Hey guys, this is Juani, and you know what I do sometimes? I'm about to leave work, and I'm just gonna have you guys ride along with me as I head into this rush hour traffic. I'm leaving a little bit later today, so I know the traffic's gonna be worse. Come on. Than it normally is for me. I'm about 30 minutes late, so I'm leaving 30 minutes later. So I guess spring is trying to show up a little bit. It has been cold, but now it's just like hot. I think it says it's 81 degrees outside. It feels like it. There is no in between. It just jumped from freezing cold to it's a little very warm. So, and I think tomorrow's Thursday, and I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow evening, later in the evening, and then Friday, then it clears out. And the weekend, we're supposed to have a really good weekend. It's supposed to be very nice. So this weekend Mr. B is taking me away or out, or I don't know what we're doing for my birthday. My birthday is next, I think it's Tuesday on the 3rd. So I'll be doing that, and then the weekend, my birthday weekend, the weekend of the 3rd coming up, I am going on a girls trip for my birthday. My bestie is she told me, so we're doing that this weekend, well, next weekend. So I am going to be very busy, and then 2 weeks later is Mr. B and my anniversary. So I don't know what we're gonna plan for that. We were planning on doing a cruise, and then we decided to go to LA, and then so I don't know. Well, we won't be doing either. I think we're gonna, because we were supposed to actually be in Japan that weekend, but we had to change all the plans. So I think we're gonna do Japan later in the year, hopefully, if Puda can get us in her schedule. And when they're out of school, we're not out of school. And not that I was trying to sync those, but it's based on her schedule and her availability as to when we can go, especially because we're going to see her, and then we're going to LA. So I think we're still going to do LA in the summer. So I am looking forward to going back to my second home and seeing friends and family. And I'm doing a conference in, I think it's July, so that's why I think I'm gonna try to group all of that together and just bring, the conference is in Las Vegas, and then I'll have Mr. B fly up at the end of the conference, and then probably spend 2 days or so in Vegas, and then we will drive to LA, and then probably leave back out of LA. Or we can drive back to Vegas. Vegas is only 4 hours. So, or we could drive back to Vegas if it's cheaper to leave out of Vegas. So, yeah, so that is what our plans are. We really need to get on. We should have gotten on this, especially when we realized that we weren't going to be able to do Japan in May. So, what else is going on with me? I see you guys are enjoying the model home and the home search tours that I've been doing the last couple of weekends. I'm gonna roll up my window, turn this air on. Hopefully that's better. So I see you guys have been enjoying that. And last week when I went out, I went to several communities, and the first community, the community that I shared with you that had like 6 bedrooms. I wasn't looking to get 6 bedroom. I think some of you guys thought that I wanted a house that big. I didn't. The house, I did not take any footage of the other homes that they had because they just did not. It was just the houses. The model home was the only one that they had decorated, and the other houses, they were nice houses, but they did not offer any of the requirements, the specifications that I was looking for in our next home. But yes, guys, 6 bedrooms is entirely too many bedrooms, and I told you guys I wanted a master on the main, and that seems to be really difficult to find, as well as ranch homes. I never would have thought that a ranch home would have been so difficult to find, a ranch home with the basement. And I wanted, like, I would take 3-sided brick. It didn't. I would like 4-sided brick, but if it couldn't be 4-sided brick, I would take 3-sided brick. But I am like having the hardest time finding them. And the other reason is, guys, the interest rate has gone up. And when I had been talking to Mr. B for a minute, especially when the interest rates went down really low to 2 point something. I was really on him about, let's move, it's time to do it, and of course he didn't want to do it then. And so in January, the interest rate, they was talking about, well, December, they was talking about the interest rate will probably change, but they didn't know what it was going to change to. And in December, it was like 3 point something, which was still good. So let's say, for example, a $200,000 home, with the interest rate what it was in December, the mortgage rate would have been around what it was when we calculated it. I calculated it with the agent, and it was like $1,000 and something, which is a really good mortgage for that price. So at 4.75, it's more than $1,000. And well, it's more than, it's about 12 or 1300. I think it's around 1300. So that is a huge increase. So I want to do something, you know, before the interest rate goes up again. Now, if we don't catch it, and if I don't find what I want and the interest rate goes up, I will just stay where I am, because I'm not doing that. I'm not about that life. I'm not about struggling, and I like to do the things that I do. I like to shop. I like to do everything. So I would just have to make it work. I mean, it's working now, but I would just have to deal with it. So I saw a home last week that I really liked. And it had the masters on the main. I didn't share that with you because I was thinking I didn't want to overload you guys with all those model homes and things. So I might share it next week. But I need to take Mr. B with me, because I did not take him with me this week. And if I tell you, I left my home. I had an appointment with an agent beginning at 1 o'clock. I saw one community, because she had a lot of people who came in. So I saw one community, I went to another community, and then I went to my original appointment with the agent. If I tell you guys that I left my house Saturday at like 12:30, I did not get home until 9 o'clock. I was out, I was looking at the homes, the model homes, different houses, different communities, and I also looked at a new community that they're about to break ground on, and the lots. So one of the lots is really nice. I love the community. It's an already established community, and they're building in the back of the community. And so so the houses in that community they're kept up. The lawns are still maintained. Everything, it looks really good about it. So I'm happy about that, because I wanted to be, if I were to go into a community, I wanted something that was already established, preferably, because then you kind of know what you're getting into. When I think when you're going into new communities, like when we went into a new community, and I think my community probably was a lot of first-time buyers, and that was our first time buying here in Georgia together. So now, you know, he had everyone come in, so now the community is kind of settled. And so, and it's not bad, it's just some things that I'm not liking, and if we end up staying, I will probably end up getting back on the association, and I've already started communicating with our sheriff. I had a really good relationship with him. Matter of fact, I'm going to send him an email tonight because my president isn't doing anything, so I need to send the sheriff. Where are you going? I'm like, really? Send the sheriff. This big truck comes up next to me. He knows all the way in the back that he needs to get over, so I guess he thought that he was gonna come over and jump in front of me, and I'm like, I have been waiting, dude. I'm like, I have been waiting, and you just gonna come up out of nowhere? Tammy B. Jones always talks about me and my road rage. She was like, girl, you gotta stop that. I'm like, whatever. They are so wrong. So yeah, so I'm gonna reach out to him and see if I can get some other things done that my old president was doing. And yeah, I think that's what I'm probably gonna end up doing. But anyway, enough about that. But yeah, you guys are really enjoying them, and that second model home that I shared with you guys, I really like how they decorated that house. So this weekend I'm taking Mr. B back to the house that I like, and this time I'm going with my tape measure, because there's some spaces that I definitely need to measure to see if it will be large enough. And yeah, so in this house, the backyard definitely won't be as big as my current backyard, and I'm fine with that. Like I said in the other video that I did this week, Mr. B, he paid someone to do it anyway, so, and our backyard is huge, so he may he'll still be paying someone, but it probably won't be as much. And we are going to, so I'm going to take him to see it this weekend, and we'll kind of see what he thinks. And there's another 2 communities that I want to see, and I won't take him because he just does not have the temperament for it. He really doesn't. He sees one and he walks through so fast, and yeah, and that's what I told him, and that's what he says, because when we moved here, we would have had the perfect house, but Mr. B moved so slow, and I was trying to get him. I had the perfect amount for the house. I had already put down the earnest money. Only thing I needed him to do was get on it. He needed to put in his paperwork to transfer, and everything else would have happened. He just slow poked around, and so about time we were ready to come, the community they were done building, and of course the amount of the homes had changed several times, and every time it changed, the realtor would call me, with the agent on site would call me and was like, we're about to have a price increase. We're about to have a price increase. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, babe, come on. But, you know, over the years, I have learned that there are some things that I just have to take the lead on and be like, okay, this is what we're doing. And if I begin the process, he'll just follow. But for him to just do it, because he gets comfortable, he hates the entire process of moving and change. He is not good with change at all. But after everything is done, he is like really, he's happy and pleased. So that is what is happening now, because I have pretty much been like, okay, I'm done with this, and I'm about to start looking. But unfortunately, like I said, the interest rates have gone up, so we'll see. And I have my video for tomorrow. Well, I guess about time. Yeah, my video for tomorrow will be my spring Easter tablescape. And I'm really happy with my tablescape this year. It is very simple, but it looks really nice, guys. So I will be putting that up, and you will also get to see the Juani Mr. B show on Friday. So that also is going to be funny. As usual, you know, our conversations are humorous, I think. So yeah, that is about all that is happening here. I'm actually about to go to At Home. I need to go to the beauty supply store, and I need to go to At Home. I feel like I need to make another stop also. I can't remember what it is, but I'm sure if I go home, I'm going to remember, and then I'm not going to want to leave again. But I need to make a stop at Home, and I need to go to the beauty supply store. And oh, I also wanted to go to Bath and Body Works, because they have wildflowers on sale again. I think they're $3.50, which is still there. It's really good when they're $3. I think then you get 2 for $6. So I might not. I have wildflowers, but I need some for downstairs. Also, my uncle is coming over. I told you guys I have been trying to get people to come over and give us estimates on the paint projects that we had. And guys, if they came, their amounts were outrageous. If they told me they was coming, they didn't come, and then I didn't want to use them anyway. I'm like, you couldn't give me a phone call to tell me that you're not gonna make it. And again, the other ones, it seemed like they were price gouging. And I know I understand a lot of times when people get their income tax, they get a lot of things done around the house and whatever, and I think that's what they figured is income tax season, and so people have money. But that's not the case here. That's not the case. I'm not using no income tax money, and I just needed someone to come over and give me an honest estimate, what I thought was fair. So for the space. So I just got tired, and I hated to ask my uncle to do it for me, but I want to have my home together for when I begin to show it. And so, like I said, I want to do the stairway, and where the walls are really high, he's gonna do that, and then the hallway that's connected to that, and then he's gonna complete the painting for the top of the other 3 bedrooms that are the other 3 bedrooms where the ceilings are high. So he's gonna finish that for me. And I'm still trying to think if I'm gonna have him paint my bedroom, and I might have him go ahead and do that. And yes, so he'll be over to my home tomorrow, so he's gonna start that process, and I'll show you that. My uncle is like the best. He'll do anything for me. I just really, you know, hate to ask him, because he's so, I don't want to say he's so old. He's he might be in his mid to late 60s, probably his late 60s, but he doesn't act like him nor my aunt. And so they are like amazing people. So they're gonna come and take care of that for me tomorrow. And I've still been working on the trim around the house, and so that is coming together very nicely. And I don't know, so like I said, if we don't move, the house will be painted, and I'll just do the other things that I wanted to do. And you know, like I said, it's not the house per se, it is other things. It's outside elements that are I just can't deal with. And it's not like nothing bad, I want to stop it before it gets bad. So it's not like drugs or anything, it's just the element around me I'm not dealing with, I'm not jiving with at all. And yeah, so I'm not gonna say anything else about it. But anyway, that's it, guys. I think I have been on here with you guys long enough. Usually when I get to this point, I always get off the camera, because I only have maybe like a couple of minutes and then I'll be on the freeway, so I need to concentrate on the freeway. But I just really wanted to check in with you guys to say hello, let you know what is going on. You will see some of the progress. I will probably share with you guys next week the house that I'm currently living. Don't know how long I'll live it, like I said before. And I was talking to my coworker today, and she was like, you're right, you need to try to get everything that you want in this house. And yeah, because when we first bought the house that we're in now, we had moved down from California, so the amount that we were paying for the house and the monthly payments or whatever was nothing compared to what we were paying in California. And so, you know, I knew I wanted 4 bedrooms. I knew I needed the 2.5 baths. I love the arches and all the crown molding and the chair railing. I loved all of that stuff. So those are the things that, you know, really stuck out to me. But things that I did not pay attention to were like the closets. And I think the first house that I showed you guys had a lot of closets. I like that. The second house probably had, I think it had maybe like 3 linen closet. My house now only has 1 linen closet, and that's the one in the bathroom upstairs in the hall. So the pantry size, I'm looking at that compared to what I have right now. All of the other storage closet, storage space, just little stuff. I'm looking at everything I paid attention to, and it helped that the fact that I wrote a list of the things that Mr. B and I that we had that were must-haves and things that we could kind of live without. And so that's what I've been going on as far as our search. So his thing is, he just wants to come and see it, and you know, and be like, okay, this is what you like, okay, this is what we'll do. But he doesn't want to be in on the process of looking. He doesn't have the temperament for it. So yeah, so I'm gonna take him to see this one and take my tape measure as well as the measurements for some of the other things. And I also need to get the square footage of my home now, and I think my home now is like 2,400 square feet. So I need to make sure I'm not losing square footage, and they're not like putting a lot in a little bit of area. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and have all that ready for Saturday. So guys, well, I made it to the freeway, so as you see, I have spoken longer than I wanted to, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off now and concentrate on this road. I hope you guys are having an amazing week, and that you are excited for the weekend, and that you have great plans for the weekend. If so, let me know down below, what are your plans for the weekend? What are you gonna do? Is it warm where you are? Are you going out and playing in the dirt and planting flowers and things like that? And yeah, just let me know what you're up to. But before I go, you know what I always say: the next time you're in town, you can always stop by Juani's house.